please share your secret on how to maintain flawless complexion. Please share your secret on how to maintain flawless complexion. Let's take a closer look at another example. 동료 앞에서는 웃지도 못해요. 동료 앞에서는 웃지도 못해요. We just went over this, right? 웃지도 못한다. I can't 웃다 even smile. I can't even smile. 누구 앞에서? 동료 앞에서 in front of my colleagues. So all together you could say I can't even smile in front of my colleagues. Now this could be applied to different expressions. Again, 남동생 앞에서는 화를 내지도 울지도 못해요. In front of my younger brother. Now how would you explain this? Now, 화를 내다, 울지는 못하다, get mad or cry, right? But you're using the same expression. I can't even get mad or cry in front of my younger brother. So something that you want to highlight here is I can't even altogether. I can't even get mad or cry in front of my younger brother. I can't even get mad or cry in front of my younger brother. Next example says, 시간이 없어서 마음대로 데이트를 하지도 못해요. 제 하소연입니다. 시간이 없어서 마음대로 데이트를 하지도 못해요. Because I don't have the time. 시간이 없어서 because I don't have the time. So, I can't even is a key phrase, right? And if you can't go on dates, you can't go on dates. I can't even go on dates freely. 마음대로 데이트를 하지 못한다. Go on dates freely. So all together, I can't even go on dates freely because I don't have the time. One more time. I can't even go on dates freely because I don't have the time. Last example today says, 몸이 약해서 자주 운동을 하지도 못해요. 뭐뭐 하지도 못해요. I can't even, right? 몸이 약해서 because I'm weak. 자주 운동을 하다. To work out frequently 라고 할 수 있겠죠? So altogether you can say, I can't even work out regularly or I can't even exercise regularly because I'm weak. Same thing, right? One last time. I can't even exercise regularly because I'm weak. And on that note, we are ready to move on to our last segment, or the second segment of the day, which is Twitter Writing 140. Let's take a closer look. Now, Twitter Writing 140 is where we take a closer look at your creative tweets. So let's take a closer look at today's example, please. Listen carefully.
요즘 트위터도 뜸하시더니 최근에 승진했다는 소식 들었습니다.
부장님 이하 승진을 축하해 주신 모든 분께 트위터로 감사드립니다.
Today's topic is, of course, promotion. So let's take a closer look at the first tweet, please. 요즘 트위터도 뜸하시더니 최근에 승진했다는 소식 들었습니다. And you have written for me. You were gone from Twitter recently, but I hear you got a promotion. Now, these are very strong verbs you used, okay? You were gone from Twitter recently. 요즘에 좀 뜸하시더니. Now, you're not really gone from Twitter, right? Although this is okay. How about just, you weren't. You weren't on Twitter. You were not on Twitter. Okay, I think that's a more appropriate way to begin this sentence. You weren't on Twitter recently, but it's past tense, right? You already heard the news. So, how about heard? I heard you got a promotion. Now, this is a perfectly fine sentence, okay? You weren't on Twitter recently, but I heard you got a promotion. I heard about your promotion. 이런 뜻이죠? So, all together one last time. You weren't on Twitter recently, but I heard you got a promotion. There are many ways to express one sentence, and this is my recommendation, but first off, the Korean sentence says, 요즘 트위터도 뜸하시더니 최근에 승진했다는 소식 들었습니다. And this is my recommendations using some of the expressions we learned today. You've been scarce on Twitter recently. You've been scarce on Twitter recently. 뭔가 뜸하면은 뭔가 없는 거죠. 안 보이는 거죠. To be scarce. 잘 없다, 잘 안 보이다. You've been scarce on Twitter recently. But I heard about your recent promotion at work. 또다시 at work라는 말을 붙였는데요. Now this is because we want to highlight the fact that it was a promotion at work and not anywhere else, okay? So it's a very similar sentence. You've been scarce on Twitter recently, but I heard about your recent promotion at work. It's very similar. All right, let's take a closer look at the second example, please. 부장님 이하 승진을 축하해주신 모든 분께 트위터로 감사합니다. And you have wrote, to my general manager and everyone else who congratulate me on promotion, thank you. Now I like the way you have the sentence formed because this is a great start, but to my general manager, 부장님이라는 분은 general manager라고 해도 됩니다. Because there's no other way to acknowledge him. Or you could say to my boss, to my boss. To my general manager and everyone else, this is good. It's not everyone, but everyone else because you're excluding your general manager. To my general manager and everyone else who congratulated. It's a past tense, okay? Because it's something that already happened. They already sent you the congratulatory messages. So it's congratulated me on whose promotion? It's your promotion. So you need to say my promotion, not anybody else's. 내 거니까. Congratulated me on my promotion. Thank you. Now, I like that you have the word thank you right by side, but I'm sorry you need a colon as opposed to a comma there in order to have a complete sentence. Because whatever is following the colon elaborates on what you were saying in the first phrase. All right? Altogether, you could say, to my general manager and everyone else who congratulated me on my promotion, thank you. Thank you. Now, my recommendation as well, once again, the Korean sentence says, 부장님이야 승진을 축하해주신 모든 분께 트위터로 감사합니다. And this is my recommendation. Very similar, but I switched around the phrases.